Introduction. The journey begins. Welcome to Practical Mindfulness, a transformative journey towards understanding and mastering the art of mindful living. This book is designed for anyone seeking a deeper connection with themselves and the world around them. Whether you find yourself often overwhelmed by the chaos of daily life, or you are simply looking for techniques to enhance your well-being, this book is your guide. Mindfulness has been a topic of significant interest and research in recent years, and for good reason. It offers a way to not only cope with life's stressors, but also to live more fully and richly. Practical mindfulness breaks down these sometimes complex concepts into simple, relatable, and actionable steps that you can incorporate into your daily routine. By reading this book, you will uncover numerous benefits. 1. Reduced stress and anxiety. Learn effective techniques to quiet the mind and find calm amidst life's inevitable storms. 2. Improved focus and concentration. Discover how to stay present, sharp, and engaged in your daily tasks, leading to enhanced productivity and a greater sense of accomplishment. 3. Emotional regulation. Gain tools to understand and manage your emotions, helping you to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. 4. Enhanced relationships. Explore how mindfulness can improve your interactions with others, fostering deeper and more meaningful connections. 5. Greater self-awareness. Delve into practices that will help you become more attuned to your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, promoting personal growth and development. 6. Increased resilience. Build the mental resilience necessary to bounce back from setbacks and maintain a positive outlook on life. 7. Contentment and joy. Find simple practices that can lead to a greater sense of peace, happiness, and fulfillment in your everyday life. Why this book? Practical Mindfulness is structured to be accessible and straightforward. It comprises 10 chapters, each focusing on a specific aspect of mindfulness, supported by real-life examples and practical exercises that readers can easily relate to and implement. In the upcoming chapters, you will embark on a step-by-step guide to practice mindfulness in various areas of your life, from your thoughts and emotions to your relationships and professional life. Each chapter is a building block, crafted to equip you with the knowledge and skills needed to navigate the complexities of life with greater ease and presence. So, if you are ready to transform your life and embark on a path of greater awareness and inner peace, turn the page, take a deep breath, and let your journey into practical mindfulness begin. Chapter Outline. 1. Understanding mindfulness. 2. The power of now. 3. Mindful breathing. 4. Mastering your emotions. 5. Mindfulness in daily activities. 6. Navigating relationships mindfully. 7. Workplace mindfulness. 8. Overcoming obstacles. 9. Mindfulness and mental health. 10. Living a mindful life. Your journey to a more mindful and fulfilling life starts here. Let's embrace this practice together. Chapter 1. The Awakening. Introduction to the basic concept of mindfulness. Welcome to the first chapter of your journey towards a more mindful, present, and fulfilling life. We begin with a simple yet profound idea: mindfulness. You may have heard of this concept before, but let's take a moment to truly understand what it means and how it can transform your life. What is mindfulness? Mindfulness is the practice of bringing your full attention to the present moment. It involves being acutely aware of your thoughts, feelings, bodily sensations, and the environment around you. Instead of letting life pass you by, mindfulness helps you live each moment to the fullest. Imagine you're sipping a cup of tea. Normally, you might be thinking about your to-do list, an argument you had, or worrying about the future. When practicing mindfulness, you would fully focus on the act of drinking the tea, the warmth of the cup, the aroma of the leaves, the taste on your tongue, the sensation of swallowing. By doing this, you draw your mind into the present and gain a deeper appreciation for the moment. Becoming aware of your thoughts and feelings. Mindfulness starts with becoming aware of your thoughts and feelings as they arise. It's about observing them without judgment. This can be challenging initially because our minds are often buzzing with various thoughts and emotions. However, with practice, you can develop this skill. Try this simple exercise. 1. Find a quiet place. Sit or lie down comfortably. 2. Close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. 3. Observe your thoughts. Notice any thoughts that come to mind. Instead of engaging with them, just observe them. You might picture your thoughts as clouds drifting by in the sky. 4. Observe your feelings. Pay attention to any feelings in your body. It might be a sense of warmth, tension, or relaxation. Accept these feelings without trying to change them. The goal is not to stop thinking or feeling, but to become a witness to your own inner experience. The importance of being present. Living in the present moment has immense benefits. Here are a few to consider. 1. Reduced stress and anxiety. When you focus on the here and now, you break the cycle of worrying about the past or future. This helps to reduce stress and anxiety. 2. Improved relationships. Being present allows you to engage fully with others, fostering deeper and more meaningful connections. 3. Heightened enjoyment of life. Mindfulness helps you appreciate life's simple pleasures, which you might have otherwise overlooked. 4. Better decision-making. With a clear, present mind, you can make decisions based on reality, not influenced by past regrets or future fears. Let's consider a relatable example. Think about a time when you were walking in a park, but your mind was elsewhere. You were physically present, but mentally you might have been thinking about a work deadline or a personal issue. As a result, you missed the beauty around you, the flowers, the breeze, the laughter of children playing. Now imagine being fully present in that same park. You notice the vibrant colors of the flowers, the symphony of birds singing, the freshness of the air. This conscious awareness enriches your experience and brings a sense of peace and joy. Your awakening. The awakening to mindfulness is the first step towards a more balanced and fulfilling life. It is about reclaiming the present moment, the only time where life truly happens. By practicing mindfulness, you can transform ordinary moments into extraordinary experiences. I encourage you to start small. Practice being present for a few minutes every day and gradually increase the duration. The more you practice mindfulness, the more natural it will become. Remember, this is your journey to a mindful and awakened life. In the next chapter, we will delve deeper into understanding the mind and how it shapes our experiences. For now, take a deep breath and welcome yourself to this new beginning. Your journey has just begun. Chapter 2. Understanding the Mind. The human mind is an incredible tool, capable of great creativity, logic, and understanding, but it can also be a source of immense turmoil if not understood and managed properly. In this chapter, we will dive deeper into the workings of your mind, explore how your thoughts influence your reality, and learn to identify and manage negative thought patterns. Diving deeper into your mind. Think of your mind as a garden. Just like in a garden, various seeds are planted in your mind. Some of these seeds grow into beautiful flowers and trees, while others might become weeds. These seeds are your thoughts. The more you nurture positive thoughts, the more your mind will reflect peace, joy, and creativity. On the other hand, if negative thoughts occupy your mind, they can become overwhelming and lead to stress, anxiety, and dissatisfaction. To understand your mind, you first need to observe it. Take a step back and watch your thoughts without judgment. Imagine you are a spectator in a theater, and your thoughts are the actors on stage. Just observe them as they come and go. This practice is often called mindfulness. How your thoughts create your reality. Your thoughts are incredibly powerful. They shape your perceptions, actions, and ultimately, your reality. If you constantly think, "I'm not good enough," your mind will find evidence to support this belief. You might notice every little mistake you make and discount your achievements. On the contrary, if you cultivate thoughts like, "I am capable and deserving of success," your mind will highlight your strengths and accomplishments. It's not just about thinking positive, but about thinking constructively. Constructive thoughts are those that help you move forward, even in the face of challenges. Let's use an example. Imagine you have an upcoming presentation. If you tell yourself, "I'm going to mess up and everyone will think I'm terrible," you are setting yourself up for anxiety and possibly underperformance. But if you think, "I've practiced and I will do my best," you frame the situation in a way that reduces stress and sets you up for success. Identifying negative thought patterns. Negative thought patterns can sneak into our minds and become habitual. Recognizing these patterns is the first step towards breaking free from them. Here are a few common negative thought patterns and how they affect your life. 1. Catastrophizing. This is when you always expect the worst-case scenario. For example, if you make a minor mistake at work, you might think, "I'm going to be fired." This thought pattern leads to constant anxiety and prevents you from seeing situations clearly. 2. Black and white thinking. This involves seeing things in extremes. For example, you might think, "If I'm not a complete success, I'm a total failure." This thinking limits your ability to see the many shades of grey in life and appreciate small victories. 3. Mind reading. This is when you assume you know what others are thinking, often making negative assumptions. For instance, you might think, "She didn't say hi because she doesn't like me." This can lead to feelings of rejection and loneliness, even when there's no evidence to support your thoughts. 4. Overgeneralization. This occurs when you see a single negative event as a never-ending pattern of defeat. For example, if you have a bad date, you may think, "I'll never find love." This pattern can lead to hopelessness and prevent you from trying new things. Understanding how negative thoughts affect your life. Negative thoughts create a lens through which you view the world. If your lens is dark and murky, your experiences will feel heavier and harder. The mind doesn't just passively record reality, it actively shapes your experience of it. For instance, if your mind is preoccupied with self-doubt, you may notice every little mistake you make and ignore any positive feedback. This selective attention reinforces your negative self-view and can lead to a self-fulfilling prophecy. To change this, start by challenging your negative thoughts. Ask yourself, "Is this thought true? Where's the evidence?" Often you will find that these thoughts are based on assumptions rather than facts. For example, if you think, "I'll never succeed at this," challenge it by recalling times when you've succeeded in the past. Practice replacing negative thoughts with more balanced ones. Instead of thinking, "I always mess up," tell yourself, "Sometimes things go wrong, but I've also handled many challenges well." This way, you start to cultivate a more realistic and constructive mindset. Remember, your mind is like that garden. You have the power to choose which seeds you plant and nurture. By understanding your mind and managing your thoughts, you can create a mental environment that supports growth, peace, and happiness. In the next chapter, we'll delve into the power of now and explore how living in the present moment can transform your life. Until then, practice observing your thoughts, challenging negative patterns, and nurturing the seeds of positivity. Your mind is your most valuable asset. Treat it with care and attention. Chapter 3. The Power of Now. Embrace the present moment. Imagine for a moment that you're walking in a beautiful garden. The flowers are in full bloom, the air is filled with the sweet scent of jasmine, and a gentle breeze caresses your skin. As you take in these sensory delights, notice how peaceful and happy you feel. This feeling is the essence of living in the present moment. When you truly immerse yourself in the now, your worries about the past and fears about the future dissolve. Living in the present is not about forgetting the past or ignoring the future. It's about drawing strength from the here and now to shape a better tomorrow. The present moment is the only place where you have the power to make a difference. A simple exercise in presence. Let's try something simple. Take a deep breath in, hold it for a moment, and then slowly exhale. Focus entirely on your breath. Feel the rise and fall of your chest. Listen to the sound of the air as it enters and leaves your body. For just those few seconds, your mind is centered on one activity, experiencing the sensation fully. This is you, living in the moment. Practice staying in the now. 1. Mindful eating. Next time you sit down for a meal, pay attention to every bite. Notice the texture, the flavor, and the aroma. Eating mindfully not only enhances your appreciation of the food, but also cultivates a habit of staying present. 2. Engage fully in conversation. When you're talking to someone, really listen. Don't let your mind wander to how you'll reply or think of unrelated matters. Be genuinely curious about what the other person is saying. This not only helps you stay in the now, but also strengthens relationships. 3. Spend time in nature. Nature has a way of pulling us back to the present. Take a walk in a park. Look at the details of the trees and plants, listen to the chirping birds, or watch the clouds drift by. Nature's beauty is a powerful reminder to appreciate the moment. 4. Mindful activity. Engage in a simple activity like washing dishes, sweeping the floor, or gardening. Pay attention to each movement you make and each sensation you feel. Let go of any thoughts about yesterday's mistakes or tomorrow's tasks. Just be present. The benefits of living in the now. 1. Reduced stress. Worrying about the future or ruminating about the past often leads to stress. By focusing on the present, you can reduce unnecessary anxiety and find peace. 2. Improved relationships. Paying full attention to your interactions helps to better understand and connect with others. This can lead to stronger, more meaningful relationships. 3. Enhanced productivity. When your mind isn't cluttered with regrets or anxieties, you're more focused and effective in what you're doing right now. This can lead to better outcomes in your personal and professional life. 4. Greater joy. Living in the present allows you to fully experience and appreciate the small pleasures in life, leading to greater overall happiness. Moving forward. Living in the present moment is a skill that takes practice, but with each effort, you'll begin to notice positive changes in your life. The next time you catch yourself lost in thoughts about the past or future, gently bring your focus back to the now. Remember, life is a series of present moments. Make the most of each one. Sure and actively. Think about any activity, be it washing dishes, gardening, or sweeping the floor. As you do it, pay attention to each movement and sensation. Feel the texture, sense the motion, and immerse yourself in the task at hand. This practice can transform routine chores into opportunities for mindfulness. Conclusion. The power of now lies within your reach. It's not about grand gestures or monumental changes. It's about small, consistent practices that root you in the present. Remember, your ability to make a positive impact and experience joy resides only in the now. Embrace it fully and let the beauty of the present moment guide your journey. Chapter 4. Embracing emotions. Emotions are an intrinsic part of the human experience. They add color to our lives, shape our interactions, and give depth to our experiences. Yet many of us spend our lives trying to suppress or ignore our emotional responses. It's as if we've been conditioned to believe that certain emotions are bad or wrong. This chapter is all about changing that perspective and learning how to embrace rather than resist our emotions. Recognizing your emotions. The first step towards embracing your emotions is recognizing them. This may sound simple, but it requires a conscious effort. We often label our feelings without truly understanding them, saying things like, "I'm just in a bad mood," or "I'm feeling off." Instead, try to be more specific. Are you feeling frustrated, anxious, joyful, or lonely? The more accurately you can identify your emotions, the better you can understand their origins and how they affect you. Practical example, the journal approach. One practical way to start recognizing your emotions is to keep a daily journal. Let's say you notice that you're feeling unusually stressed at work, but you're not sure why. Write it down. Note the time, place, and context in which you felt the emotion. Over a week or two, patterns might start to emerge. Perhaps you notice that the stress spikes before meetings with a particular colleague, giving you an insight into its source. Accepting your emotions. Once you've recognized your emotions, the next step is acceptance. This is often the hardest part because it can be uncomfortable to sit with negative or intense emotions. Remember, emotions are not inherently good or bad. They are just signals from your mind and body that something needs attention. Suppressing emotions can lead to more significant problems down the line, including mental and physical health issues. Practical example, the breath technique. Try this simple technique. When you're feeling a strong emotion, take a moment to breathe deeply and say to yourself, "It's okay to feel this." For example, if you're feeling angry, acknowledge it. Say internally, "I accept that I'm angry right now." This acceptance doesn't mean condoning any actions you might take from that emotion, but simply recognizing it without judgment. Processing your emotions. Recognizing and accepting your emotions is just the beginning. To truly embrace them, you need to process them. This involves understanding why you feel a certain way and what you can learn from the emotion. Practical example, the conversation. Think about a time you felt hurt by a friend's comment. Instead of brushing it off, revisit the conversation. What exactly did they say? How did it make you feel? Once you have clarity, consider discussing your feelings with them. For instance, when you said X, I felt Y. I want to understand your intention and share how it affected me. This kind of dialogue not only helps in processing your emotions, but also strengthens your relationships. Managing emotions mindfully without being overwhelmed. While it's essential to embrace and process your emotions, it's equally crucial to manage them mindfully. This prevents you from being overwhelmed. Practical example, the pause button. Imagine you're in a heated argument. Instead of reacting immediately, envision pressing an imaginary pause button. Take a step back, breathe, and assess your emotions mindfully. This simple act of pausing enables you to respond rather than react, bringing mindfulness into emotional situations. Mindfulness meditation. Another powerful tool for managing emotions mindfully is through regular mindfulness practice. You don't need to meditate for hours. Even a few minutes a day can make a difference. Practical example, the 5-minute check-in. Dedicate 5 minutes each day to sit quietly and observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment. Focus on your breathing and let your mind wander. Whenever an emotion or thought comes up, acknowledge it, but then gently bring your focus back to your breath. This practice will help you stay grounded and manage emotions with greater ease in your daily life. Integrating emotional awareness in daily life. Embracing your emotions is not a one-time task. It's a lifelong journey. The key lies in integrating emotional awareness into your daily life. Practical example, the time-out strategy. Let's say you're working on a challenging project and start feeling anxious. Instead of pushing through, take a time out. Step outside, take a short walk, or do a quick breathing exercise. These small breaks can prevent you from being overwhelmed by emotions and help you return to the task with a clearer mind. Conclusion. Embracing your emotions is about recognizing, accepting, and processing them mindfully. It's about understanding that all emotions, whether pleasant or unpleasant, serve a purpose and contain valuable lessons. By incorporating practical strategies like journaling, mindful breathing, and open conversations, you can manage your emotions effectively without being overwhelmed. Remember, emotions are an integral part of being human. By embracing them, you come closer to understanding yourself and living a more fulfilled and mindful life. Chapter 5. Breaking Free from Fear. Understanding and confronting fear. Fear is a natural emotion. It can either protect us from danger or hinder our progress. Understanding fear is the first step to breaking free from it. What is fear? Fear is usually an emotional response to an anticipated event, usually something that you believe could cause harm. This harm may not necessarily be physical. It can be emotional or even imaginary. The role of fear. Fear isn't always bad. In its healthy form, it keeps us cautious and aware of our surroundings. For example, if you are walking in a forest and you see a snake, your fear will make you avoid it, thus protecting you from harm. When fear becomes a problem. Fear becomes problematic when it stops you from living your life to the fullest. For instance, if you are afraid of public speaking, it might stop you from sharing your ideas, thereby holding you back from growing personally and professionally. Techniques to overcome fears. 1. Acknowledge your fear. The first step is recognizing and acknowledging that you are afraid. Ignoring or suppressing fear does not make it go away. Write down your fears in a journal. Be honest with yourself about what frightens you. Example. Jane, a young writer, was terrified of criticism. She feared that people would laugh at her writing. The simple act of writing down this fear helped her understand it better. 2. Identify the root cause. Understanding why you are afraid is crucial. Many times our fears are rooted in past experiences or come from uncertainties about the future. Example. John avoided swimming because of a past near-drowning experience. By acknowledging this traumatic event, John understood why he had developed this fear. 3. Take small steps. Confronting a fear all at once can be overwhelming. Instead, take small, manageable steps towards facing your fear. Example. If you are afraid of heights, start by standing on a low balcony. Slowly increase the height as you become more comfortable. 4. Use rational thinking. Challenge your fears by questioning them. Ask yourself, what is the worst that can happen? Often you will realize that your fears are exaggerated or irrational. Example. Mary was afraid to ask for a promotion. She asked herself, what's the worst that can happen if I ask? Realizing that the worst outcome would simply be a no, she felt more at ease and went for it. 5. Practice relaxation techniques. Calm your mind and body through relaxation techniques, such as deep breathing, meditation, or yoga. These practices can help alleviate the physical symptoms of fear, such as a rapid heartbeat or sweating. Example. Alex practiced deep breathing exercises and meditation before giving a presentation. This helped calm his nerves and enabled him to deliver his talk confidently. 6. Seek support. Don't hesitate to seek help from friends, family, or professionals. Sometimes talking about your fears can provide new perspectives and solutions. Example. Lucy was scared of flying. She found a support group where members shared their experiences and coping strategies, which helped her feel less isolated. Cultivating inner strength and resilience. 1. Build self-confidence. Self-confidence acts as a shield against fear. The more you trust your capabilities, the less scared you'll be. Practice self-affirmations and celebrate your achievements no matter how small. Example. Mark kept a journal of his daily achievements, which boosted his self-confidence and reduced his fear of failure. 2. Embrace failure as a learning opportunity. Understand that failure is part of the learning process. Instead of seeing failure as a setback, view it as an opportunity to grow and improve. Example: Emma failed to get into her dream college. Instead of giving up, she saw this as a chance to work on her skills and eventually got into an even better institution. 3. Develop patience and persistence. Fear often arises from impatience and the desire for immediate results. Cultivating patience and persistence helps you tackle obstacles without giving up. Example: Tom wanted to start his own business but was scared of the initial struggles. By being patient and persistent, he eventually succeeded and overcame his fear. 4. Focus on the present moment. Mindfulness, or focusing on the present moment, helps in dealing with fear efficiently. When you focus on the now, you don't worry about the future uncertainties that fuel your fears. Example: Whenever Anna felt anxious about the future, she practiced mindfulness by concentrating on her current activities, which significantly reduced her fear. 5. Surround yourself with positivity. Positive surroundings and positive people can significantly impact your ability to face and overcome fear. Maintain an environment that uplifts and encourages you. Example: Joe found that spending time with optimistic friends and reading motivational books inspired him to confront his fears with a positive attitude. In conclusion, breaking free from fear involves understanding and confronting it with practical strategies. By acknowledging your fears, taking small steps, practicing relaxation, and building inner strength, you can cultivate resilience and live a more fulfilling life. Remember, fear is a natural emotion, but it need not control your life. Empower yourself to step out of your comfort zone and embrace the boundless possibilities that lie ahead. Chapter 6. Building healthy relationships. Building healthy relationships is one of the most rewarding aspects of life. Whether in our personal or professional lives, meaningful relationships require effort, understanding, and mindfulness. In this chapter, we will explore how to develop deep and lasting connections by enhancing our communication skills, fostering empathy, and striving for better understanding. The foundation of meaningful relationships. Applying mindfulness. Mindfulness, at its core, is about being present and fully engaged in the moment. When applied to relationships, mindfulness helps us to listen more intently, understand more deeply, and respond more thoughtfully. Imagine you're at a friend's birthday party. Instead of worrying about work on Monday or scrolling through your phone, immerse yourself in the moment. Listen to what your friend is saying, observe their emotions, and savor the joy of the celebration. This simple act of being present can enhance your connection. Improving communication. Active listening. Communication is the backbone of any relationship. Active listening is a vital part of effective communication. It involves fully concentrating, understanding, responding, and then remembering what is being said. To improve your active listening skills, follow these steps. 1. Be present. Focus completely on the speaker. Put away all distractions and give them your undivided attention. 2. Show interest. Use nonverbal cues like nodding, maintaining eye contact, and leaning slightly forward to show you are engaged. 3. Reflect and clarify. Occasionally summarize what the speaker has said and ask questions if you're unclear. For instance, "So what you're saying is," or "Can you elaborate on that?" Practicing empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. When you practice empathy, you validate and acknowledge others' emotions, creating a safe and supportive environment. The empathy technique. 1. Putting yourself in their shoes. Try to see the world from the other person's perspective. How might they be feeling? What are their concerns? 2. Validating their feelings. Let them know their feelings are okay and understandable. You might say, "I can see why you would feel this way." 3. Responding with kindness. Offer support or a kind word. Even if you don't fully understand, showing that you care can make a huge difference. Think of a colleague who is stressed about a demanding project. Instead of dismissing their concerns or offering unsolicited advice, listen quietly, acknowledge their feelings, and offer your support. A simple, "I know this is tough and I'm here for you," can strengthen your relationship. Enhancing understanding. Open and honest communication. For a relationship to flourish, both parties must feel that they can speak openly and honestly without fear of judgment or retribution. Here are some strategies for fostering a climate of open communication. 1. Be honest. Communicate your thoughts and feelings truthfully but kindly. Honesty fosters trust. 2. Active feedback. Give and receive feedback constructively. If you feel hurt by something someone said, express it calmly using I statements, such as, "I felt hurt when." Seeking to understand. 1. Ask questions. Inquire about their feelings and opinions. Questions such as, "How do you feel about this?" Or "What do you think we can do to improve this situation?" Show you value their input. 2. Be curious, not judgmental. Approach every interaction with curiosity rather than judgment. Seek to understand their perspective without immediately labeling it as right or wrong. Strategies for personal and professional relationships. Personal relationships. In personal relationships, mindfulness helps us appreciate the small moments and understand our loved ones on a deeper level. Here are some strategies. 1. Quality time. Spend uninterrupted time together. Whether it's a dinner, a walk, or simply a conversation, being fully present helps deepen your bond. 2. Express gratitude. Regularly express gratitude and appreciation. Simply saying "thank you for being in my life" can reinforce your connection. Professional relationships. In professional settings, mindfulness can lead to more collaborative and harmonious work environments. Try these strategies. 1. Team meetings. During meetings, practice active listening and encourage everyone to share their thoughts. 2. Conflict resolution. Address conflicts mindfully. Approach conflicts with the intent to understand the other person's point of view and find a mutually beneficial solution. Conclusion. Building healthy relationships, whether personal or professional, takes mindfulness, effort, and practice. By improving our communication, practicing empathy, and fostering a deeper understanding, we nurture meaningful and fulfilling connections. Remember, each interaction is an opportunity to communicate better, express empathy, and understand more. As you apply these principles, you will find your relationships growing stronger and more rewarding. In the next chapter, we will delve into how to integrate mindfulness into your daily activities, enhancing every aspect of your life. Until then, stay present, stay engaged, and cherish your relationships. Chapter 7. Mindfulness in Action. The magic in the mundane. Life is a string of moments that often zip by unnoticed. We rush through our days, our minds tangled in past regrets, future anxieties, or relentless distractions. Yet within each moment lies the possibility of profound peace and clarity. This is the essence of mindfulness, bringing your attention fully to the present no matter what you are doing. When you infuse everyday activities with mindfulness, you transform the mundane into the magical. Imagine you're washing dishes. Instead of letting your mind wander to your to-do list or last week's embarrassing mistake, focus on the feel of the warm water, the slipperiness of the soap, the clink of the dishes. What was once a dreaded chore now becomes a serene, almost meditative experience. This is mindfulness in action. Everyday Zen. Practical applications of mindfulness. Among the simplest yet most powerful ways to practice mindfulness is through the routine tasks we often perform on autopilot. Here, we'll explore some practical applications of mindfulness in daily life, helping you enhance focus and reduce stress. 1. Morning rituals. Start your day with mindfulness. When you wake up, rather than instantly reaching for your phone, take a few moments to breathe, stretch, and acknowledge the new day. As you brush your teeth, feel the bristles on your gums, taste the minty toothpaste, and listen to the sound of the running water. Let each sensation anchor you to the present moment. 2. Eating mindfully. Eating is an everyday activity often overshadowed by screens or hurried schedules. Next time you dine, try to eat without distractions. Notice the colors, textures, and smells of your food. Chew slowly, savor each bite, and appreciate the nourishment you're giving your body. This not only enhances your experience, but also fosters healthier eating habits. 3. Walking with awareness. Walking is something we often take for granted. Whether walking to the bus stop, around the neighborhood, or in a park, use it as an opportunity for mindfulness. Feel your feet touching the ground, the rhythm of your steps, the movement of your muscles. Pay attention to the sights, sounds, and smells around you. A simple walk can become a calming break in your day. 4. Deep listening. In today's fast-paced world, genuine conversations are rare. Often, when someone is talking, we're busy planning our own response rather than truly listening. Practice mindfulness in your interactions by giving the speaker your full attention. Notice their words, tone, and body language. Not only does this enhance your relationships, but it also enriches your understanding and empathy. Reducing stress through mindfulness. Stress is a common companion in our modern lives, but mindfulness offers a powerful antidote. By staying grounded in the present moment, we can prevent our minds from spiraling into worry and tension. 1. Mindful breathing. Whenever you feel stressed, take a minute to focus on your breathing. Close your eyes, inhale deeply through your nose, and exhale slowly through your mouth. Pay attention to the rise and fall of your chest. This simple act can help center your mind and bring immediate calm. 2. Mindfulness breaks. Incorporate short mindfulness breaks into your day. Whether at work or home, take a few minutes every couple of hours to pause, breathe, and check in with yourself. Notice how you're feeling physically and emotionally. These breaks can refresh your mind and improve your overall well-being. 3. Mindful work. Even tasks you find tedious can become less stressful through mindfulness. Take a moment to organize your workspace, set your intention for the task, and then focus on it single-mindedly, without multitasking. Notice the details of what you're doing and resist the temptation to rush. This approach can make work feel more manageable and satisfying. Conclusion: the journey forward. Mindfulness in action is about transforming each activity into an opportunity for presence. It's about finding beauty in the everyday and reducing the often overwhelming onslaught of stress. As you integrate these practices into your life, you'll discover a newfound sense of peace and joy in the simplest of moments. Remember, mindfulness is a journey, not a destination. As you practice, be patient and kind to yourself. With time, mindfulness can become a natural and enriching part of your daily life, guiding you toward a more focused, peaceful, and fulfilled existence. Chapter 8. Self-care and compassion. The importance of self-care and self-compassion. Pause for a moment and think about how you treat yourself. Do you speak kindly to yourself as you would to a friend, or are you harsh and critical? Self-care and self-compassion are not indulgences or signs of weakness. Instead, they are essential practices that allow us to thrive and navigate life's challenges more effectively. Self-care involves taking deliberate actions to nurture and recharge ourselves physically, mentally, and emotionally. Self-compassion is the practice of treating ourselves with the same kindness, concern, and understanding that we would offer to someone we truly care about. Together, these practices cultivate resilience, well-being, and inner peace. When we fail to care for ourselves or show self-compassion, we risk burnout, stress, and a negative self-view. It's important to remember that taking care of our own needs does not make us selfish. On the contrary, it allows us to be the best version of ourselves, which positively impacts those around us. Examples of self-care routines. Let's explore some practical self-care routines that can easily fit into your daily life. Remember, self-care looks different for everyone, and it's essential to find what works best for you. 1. Physical self-care. Exercise. Engage in physical activities like walking, yoga, or dancing. Regular exercise can boost your mood and energy levels. Nutrition. Eat balanced and nutritious meals. Listen to your body's hunger and fullness cues. Sleep. Prioritize getting enough restful sleep each night. Aim for 7-9 hours. Relaxation. Take time for hobbies, reading, or simply relaxing in a bath. 2. Mental self-care. Mindfulness. Practice. Spend a few minutes each day practicing mindfulness or meditation. Focusing on your breath can help calm your mind. Journaling. Write down your thoughts and feelings. This can provide clarity and release pent-up emotions. Learning. Engage your mind with activities you enjoy, such as reading, puzzles, or learning new skills. 3. Emotional self-care. Expressing emotions. Talk to a trusted friend or therapist about your feelings. Bottling up emotions can lead to stress and anxiety. Setting boundaries. Learn to say no to things that drain your energy. It's okay to prioritize your well-being. Positive affirmations. Replace negative self-talk with positive affirmations that uplift and encourage you. 4. Spiritual self-care. Reflection. Spend time reflecting on what brings you joy and fulfillment. Nature connection. Spend time in nature. It can be grounding and rejuvenating. Gratitude. Practice. Take a few moments each day to acknowledge things you are grateful for. This can shift your focus to positivity. Techniques to develop a kinder relationship with yourself. Developing a kinder relationship with yourself begins with self-compassion. Here are some techniques to help you cultivate this. 1. Practice self-kindness. Imagine how you would treat a good friend going through a tough time. Now, apply the same kindness to yourself. Instead of criticizing yourself harshly, offer words of comfort and support. 2. Mindful acceptance. Be aware of your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Allow yourself to experience them without trying to change or suppress them. This mindful acceptance helps reduce the power of negative emotions. 3. Self-compassion break. When you're feeling overwhelmed, take a self-compassion break. 1. Acknowledge your pain. This is a moment of suffering. 2. Recognize common humanity. Suffering is part of life. I am not alone. 3. Offer yourself kindness. May I be kind to myself in this moment. May I give myself the compassion I need. 4. Embrace imperfection. Understand that nobody is perfect and it's okay to make mistakes. Embrace your imperfections and view them as opportunities for growth and learning. 5. Nurture yourself. Engage in activities that bring you joy and relaxation. This could be anything from a hobby you love to spending time in nature or listening to your favorite music. 6. Forgive yourself. We all carry regrets or guilt for past actions. Practice self-forgiveness by acknowledging your mistakes, learning from them, and letting go of the resentment you might feel towards yourself. Ultimately, self-care and self-compassion are transformative practices that can profoundly impact your life. By nurturing your mind, body, and spirit, you can cultivate a more resilient, joyful, and compassionate relationship with yourself. As you continue on this journey, remember that taking care of your own well-being allows you to show up more fully for others and embrace the beauty and challenges of life with grace. Chapter 9. Going Beyond the Self. In our journey towards self-discovery and personal growth, it's easy to focus solely on ourselves. However, true fulfillment comes from expanding our reach beyond the personal sphere and using our growth to benefit others. In this chapter, we'll explore how you can use mindfulness to contribute to the well-being of others and the community. The ripple effect of mindfulness. Imagine throwing a pebble into a still pond. It creates ripples that expand outward, touching the water far beyond where the pebble initially landed. This is much like how your personal mindfulness practice can influence the world around you. When you cultivate mindfulness, you become more present, compassionate, and attuned to others. This change in you can create a positive ripple effect, influencing the people you interact with and encouraging a more mindful community. Practicing compassion. Example: consider Lila, a young woman who practiced mindfulness daily. One morning, while practicing mindful walking on her way to work, she noticed an elderly man struggling to cross a busy street. Without hesitation, she approached him and offered help. By acting mindfully and compassionately, Lila was able to assist someone in need. Not only did this small act of kindness benefit the elderly man, but it also made Lila feel more connected to her community. By becoming more aware of the needs of those around you, you can extend kindness and compassion in your everyday interactions. Simple acts, like listening intently to a friend or helping a neighbor with groceries, can have significant impacts. Volunteering mindfully. One way to go beyond the self is to participate in volunteer activities. Mindful volunteering means being fully present and engaged in serving others. Whether it's tutoring children, cleaning up a local park, or serving meals at a homeless shelter, doing so with mindfulness can enrich your experience and those you help. Example: Jake decided to volunteer at a local animal shelter. Instead of treating it as a chore, he practiced mindful presence, paying full attention to the animals and their needs. He noticed that when he was calm and present, the animals were also more relaxed and trusting. This mutual exchange brought joy to both Jake and the animals, showing the power of mindfulness in action. Creating mindful communities. Your mindfulness can inspire others, creating a ripple effect. By sharing your mindfulness practices with those around you, you can build a more mindful community. Example: Ella started a weekly mindfulness group at her workplace where colleagues could join a short meditation session. Initially, only a few people attended, but as weeks went by, more colleagues noticed the benefits Ella and the group were experiencing. Attendance grew, and soon the workplace culture became more collaborative and compassionate. You can create similar groups within your community, whether it's at work, school, or in your neighborhood. By practicing and teaching mindfulness, you help build a supportive network of individuals who thrive together. Mindful communication. Mindfulness enhances your ability to listen and communicate effectively. By practicing mindful listening, you give your full attention to others, validating their feelings and understanding their perspectives. Example: Alex and his partner often had disagreements. After starting his mindfulness practice, Alex began to listen more attentively. He noticed changes in their conversations. They became less about arguing and more about understanding each other. This shift improved their relationship, highlighting how mindfulness can improve communication. Social responsibility. Mindfulness also means being aware of larger societal issues and considering how your actions affect the community and environment. Through mindful consumption, sustainable practices, and advocating for social justice, you can broaden your impact. Example: Maya became conscious of the plastic waste she generated every day. She researched and found eco-friendly alternatives to daily products. Maya also organized community cleanup drives, educating neighbors on environmental impacts. Her actions not only reduced her own footprint, but also inspired her community to be more eco-conscious. Conclusion: going beyond the self is a natural progression of your mindfulness journey. It's about extending your awareness and compassion to uplift others and foster a healthier, more mindful community. Remember, every small act of mindfulness and kindness contributes to a larger ripple effect, creating waves of positive change in the world around you. By integrating these practices into your daily life, you not only continue to grow as an individual, but also help create a compassionate and mindful world for everyone. Chapter 10. Living Mindfully. The Journey to Sustained Mindfulness. Living mindfully is more than a passing phase or a temporary state of mind. It is a lifelong journey that requires ongoing effort, dedication, and commitment. In this chapter, we will discuss how to create a sustainable mindfulness practice by setting goals, tracking your progress and staying motivated over the long haul, creating a long-term plan. Mindfulness is a skill that can greatly change your life for the better. But like all skills, it needs consistent practice and a well-thought-out plan. Setting practical goals. The first step in making mindfulness a steady part of your life is to set clear, achievable goals. Instead of aiming for vague ideas like, "I want to be more mindful," set specific goals such as, "I will practice mindfulness meditation for at least 10 minutes every morning." Goals can be broken down into short-term and long-term categories. Short-term goals. These could include attending a weekly meditation session or reading a chapter from a mindfulness book each day. Long-term goals. These might involve completing a mindfulness course or integrating mindful practices into your daily routine over the span of several months. Tracking your progress. Keeping track of your progress is vital to sustaining motivation and seeing tangible growth. Journaling. Maintain a mindfulness journal where you record your daily practices, insights, and challenges. Reflect on moments each day where you felt truly present. Technology aids. Use mindfulness apps that offer meditation timers, reminders, and progress tracking features. Some of these apps even provide community support, which can be a helpful boost. Milestones. Celebrate small wins to recognize your progress. For instance, after a month of consistent practice, treat yourself to something special, like a favorite meal or a relaxing evening with a book. Staying motivated. Even with the best intentions, staying motivated can sometimes be a challenge. Here are a few tips to keep your mindfulness practice alive and thriving. Understand your why. Reconnect with the reason you started your mindfulness journey. Why did you decide to pursue this path? It can help to write down your reasons and keep them somewhere visible. This will remind you why it's worth the effort, especially on those harder days. Surround yourself with support. Find like-minded individuals who also practice mindfulness. They can provide support, motivation, and accountability. This could be a local meditation group or an online community. Sharing your experiences and challenges can be encouraging and illuminating. Continuous learning. Never stop learning about mindfulness. Read books, take courses, attend seminars, or follow motivational speakers who inspire you. The more you expand your understanding, the more tools you'll have in your mindfulness toolkit. Practice self-compassion. One of the core tenets of mindfulness is self-compassion. Understand that it's okay to have off days when you skip your practice or feel less mindful. Don't judge yourself harshly. Instead, gently bring yourself back to your practice without guilt or self-criticism. Integrating mindfulness into daily life. Mindfulness should not be confined to formal meditation sessions. Try to integrate it into your everyday activities. Eating. Pay full attention to the texture, taste, and smell of your food. Chew slowly and savor each bite. Walking. Use your walks as an opportunity to practice mindfulness. Notice the feel of your feet touching the ground, the movement of your body, the sounds, smells, and sights around you. Listening. When interacting with others, practice active listening. Focus on their words, tone, and body language without planning your response while they are speaking. The ripple effect. As your practice deepens, you will notice a ripple effect impacting various aspects of your life. You'll likely experience improved relationships, reduced stress, and a greater sense of contentment. Remember, mindfulness is a journey, not a destination. Each day offers a new opportunity to practice being present. Living mindfully is about embracing each moment with full awareness, an open heart, and a compassionate spirit. With consistent practice, you will find that mindfulness becomes an integral part of who you are, guiding you towards a more fulfilled and peaceful life. Staying the course. In conclusion, living mindfully is a dynamic, ongoing process that requires dedication and commitment. Set realistic goals, track your progress, stay connected with a supportive community, and practice self-compassion. By doing so, you will find the strength and motivation to sustain your mindfulness practice and live a more present and enriched life. Life is a beautiful journey, full of moments that deserve to be experienced fully. By living mindfully, you grant yourself the gift of being truly alive in every moment. Enjoy the journey and embrace the fullness of each breath, each step, and each experience. We have come to the end of this book. I want to extend my deepest gratitude to you for joining us today to absorb the wisdom of this incredible audiobook. We are incredibly grateful to have you as part of our community. By tuning into our audiobooks, you are not only enriching your own life but also contributing to a ripple effect of positivity that can touch countless others. Your commitment to self-growth is both commendable and essential in these times. Remember, the power to change the world begins within each of us. We encourage you to comment below with your top learnings from this book. Let us know what resonated with you the most, and more importantly, which lessons you are planning to implement in your life. By openly declaring the new habits and principles you wish to adopt, you not only create accountability for yourself, but also inspire others in our community to strive for similar growth. Remember, sharing your breakthroughs and goals fosters a supportive network that can help you stay on track. Together, we can build an empowering circle of accountability, motivation, and success. Keep shining, keep growing, and continue spreading that incredible positive energy. Together, we can and will make this world a brighter, more beautiful place to live in. Stay motivated, stay mystic, and until next time, take care.